The movie Alpha is so emotional. It explores forgiveness, redemption, and consequences of one's past sin. Alpha is a faith-based movie that tells the story of Pastor Fred, who was once a leader of a notorious armed robbery gang 15 years ago. But later, he encountered Christ, surrendered, and gave his life to Christ. Then, years later, his past came knocking. Here comes Grace, a woman whose husband and son were murdered years ago by Alpha and his gang. However, she found Alpha, who is now Pastor Fred after so many years, and unleashed her pain and vengeance on him. Grace's pain was understandable. I mean, she lost her entire family in one night and had complications during childbirth that left her unable to conceive again. So, her bitterness was well understood. But then, if only she had forgiven Alpha in the person of Pastor Fred, maybe she wouldn't have revenged the way she did and Zara could have lived. You know, when I first saw her in Pastor Fred's church after the court had pleaded the man of God not guilty, I thought she came to make peace with them, like have a mutual reconciliation with these people and then move on, even though I know it's a hard thing to do. But I never knew Grace had other hidden plans in her mind. Pastor Joshua was one hell of a character in this movie. Like, how do you promise to stand by Pastor Fred till the end of the world? And when the storm that you both spoke about struck, you abandoned him and even claimed that God has told you to start your own ministry.
Why are you running?
Isn't that funny?
Why are you running?
But does Pastor Fred deserve mercy? Absolutely not. But our God is a merciful God. He said he will show mercy to whom he chooses. So why not? He deserves God's mercy. Zara had a dream, but Pastor Fred told her it was just a dream. Maybe because he was going through a lot then, he wasn't settled to understand what the little girl was trying to say. But at the end, her dream turned out to be a reality. Maybe this is trying to tell us that sometimes dreams are not just dreams, maybe a kind of revelations, and we need to take it serious. Zara's last moment was so painful. Imagine watching your innocent child pay for the sins of her father. Pastor Linda, she deserves a flower. Despite all that was going on, she stood by her husband through it all, even though she left after Zara's death, but later returned though. Everything in this movie felt so real. The message in this movie is very clear. It passed a strong message about forgiveness. Forgive, even when it seems impossible. The movie Alpha shows that God can use anybody, no matter how dark you think your past may be. Guys, watch this movie today and thank me later. Have you watched Alpha? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's chat. Thank you for watching.